Hello everyone, welcome back to the series. So today we will add our update snippet functionality in this series. And till now, let's recap what we have done. We have added a list, we have added filters, we have added search pagination, and then we have added a detail page. We have also added a create page. So in detail page, we will add a button. Also on the feed page, we will add a button to edit, but that button will only be visible to the user who is owner of this snippet. In the current case, I am the only one who have created all these snippets, so I'll get that button for every other snippet. We will also test it with another user, but for now, like, we'll add that functionality first. So let's analyze what all we need. So first we need to add a button in this part, so in the list part, also in the snippet detail part. So we will add that. For that we will also need user data, so we already have a hook for that to get the user detail. So we already have, if we see create snippet, we want to build something similar to this. We don't want to build anything different. So it is almost similar. We will just have the details filled in when the user comes to the edit page, right? So let's say I want to edit this code snippet. So when I click on edit, I will get this code snippet updated in the code editor. I will get all the details like this title, the language, the tags which I have added. So all those in the proper field, like which we have already. So we will get all this pre-filled when the user comes to this page. So this is what we want to build today. So for that, what we will do is we will take all this form and everything inside a we'll create a separate component which will handle the form, which will handle this getting that values, and also the saving and saving it to the database. So all those things we will use it inside that component. So let's create that component, and before that we will add the buttons. So let's first add those buttons, and then we will go ahead and create that update functionality and a new reusable component. So for that we need to add a edit snippet button. So that we will do on the snippet item which we already have. So that for that this button we need to display it in the detail page. I mean, not if it is not a detail page, then we will display it here. But that button should be displayed irrespective of the list or the I mean, irrespective of the detail page or the listing page, because we are using the same component, both the sides. So let's not add this inside this check. We'll add that below the description. Yes. Okay. So I think this is the correct place. We can add it. I'll just add it over here. For route, I will take it inside snippet ID, and then I'll add an append and edit. So this will be the path, the snippet ID, and then edit would be the page. So that is what we want. And then for green, we will use yellow, and I think text black should be there. Let's see how it looks. Yes, this looks good. Uh, add a add a bit of add a bit of margin from start. So if we have this button, then let's say I need this as a conditional, right? So let's add it with conditional. So ms2 if it is not the detail page. Why? Because on detail page we don't have this button, view snippet button. So then it will unnecessarily have a margin from start for in that page. So that is why I have it as conditioned. So here it is. Okay, if I go to snippet, see, I have that button. I just need to update the text of that. So update this, and we have the edit snippet button. If I go here, I have this. Okay, so This is okay. This is what we needed, but we need to add the condition of user, right? So let's add that, and then we will go ahead with other things. So let's use our hook. We already have a hook where we get user detail. So yeah, use current user. That is the hook which we want. And from here we will get user. And then if user.id equals to snippet.id, sorry, author id, then only we have to display this. So if it is for the same user, it will be displayed. If not, then it won't. So we have currently we have all the all the snippets created for me. That is why it is coming up. So let's first do one thing. Let's add. Let's go to feed page and also update the limit. I will pass limit of 9 so that we have a bit more data, and it will be 3 rows now. Okay, for now I will log in with another GitHub account. I have another account, so I'll log in from that so that I cannot see. Yeah, so now I cannot see that button because I'm not an author of any of this snippet, so I am not able to see that button, right? So this is sorted. This is correct. Let's go back to that same user, and I'll, oh sorry, I just logged in with the same. So I'll log back again with my previous account, and I have that edit snippet button. And now if I go there, it will show 404 because we don't have the page. So let's create the page now. So inside this, the URL which we have formed is snippet and then ID and then edit, right? So we have to create the page here. So let's create edit directory, and inside that edit directory we will have page.tsx. Correct. Let's create this as a component first. Not const, export default, and function would be edit page. Edit page. Okay, so now we have this page and we have this. Okay, so okay, as I have mentioned earlier, we have the same component, same thing which we want to handle, and it will be a bit different. Like it will be pre-filled data would be pre-filled there. So that is what we want to handle. We need to handle, and then also the event. So we will have another event. So inside the create page we have a create page where we are just adding the value. But for update we obviously need to have our query for that, for the updates. So that is why we have to create it. And for that what we will do is we'll first take all of this to a separate component, and there we will handle all those scenarios inside accordingly. So let's first go to our shared component, and inside shared component I'll create a new folder and I'll name it as um, form. I think form would be good. Snippet form. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. Snippet form. It will be index.tsx, and also we need the form schema also. So let's copy this. I'll just copy it now and then I'll remove it from there. Form schema. Okay, and over here I will take all of this. I'll take all of this form. Okay, yeah, form. I'll just take all of this from there. Let's close this, index.tsx snippet form. Okay, I'll create this as a component first. Const, let's use this. take the imports. I'll actually take everything from here from imports, also including use client, and then I'll just remove whatever is not needed. So let's go there and update it, just paste it. Okay, so this is okay, this is fine. I don't need this. Form we have. Also now add this form, add this form, close this, add this also. I have this, add an on submit handler. So here we will take care of submitting this form according to the form, according to the page this component is used. So we'll handle that that here. Okay. Okay, I think this is pretty much okay, which we want. We don't need use router over here. We have the form schema and everything we have. Okay, so I think this bare bones is ready. We don't have to worry about anything else. Just take this, just take this and make this as async, and we have the values. Okay, now I'll just log it for now, and afterwards we'll update it. So here what we need some props to determine what all we want, and we what I mean, is it a create page or edit page? Also the values which we have, if this is an edit page, we need to have the values, so that also we will pass it from the main component. So let's now define the props. So is edit page boolean, is edit page, and then values. This will be optional, this will be optional because, and I'll keep it as any because I need to have that, or maybe I'll just snippet item type. Yes, that will be the type of it. So I'll just pass that type, and that will be optional because for create we will not have the values, and for update we have that, we will have that, right? And an event for submitting the value of the form. So we will add it as on submit maybe, and this we need, this we need. Here we will send values, and that will be a type of this. That will be type of this void. I think this is pretty much okay. I'm not getting anything more in my mind. Not keep this as edit page or is new. I think this is much better. So if is new, that means it is to create. If it is new false, then it is for edit. Let's pass this props here. Is new, values, and then we have on submit. Okay, this will maybe collide with this. So let's add let's keep this as handle submit because we are handling this here. So let's keep that as simple as it is, handle submit, and then we have on submit because event should be it should be prefixed with on, because we have to work on that event, so that is the naming convention for events should be followed. So that is why I'll not rename this, rather I'll just rename my function which will be there. Okay, so I think this is okay. For now, let's update our create page first, and then we will go ahead and change the edit page. So we'll leave this as is, on submit as is, and now I will use that form snippet form Okay, is new. Yes, it is. And on submit, we already have our function over there. We already have this ready, so we don't have to change anything inside this. So this is also okay. We have to route to the page. So what is okay? I think this is okay. We are good. Yes, we are good. So let's go to create, and we need to create. But I'll create it with another user so that we can, have both the scenarios in the same page. So yeah, now I'll create something. So let's take a code. I'll just copy something from here only. Let's take this. I will add it as a TypeScript. Create action. Not add that. And this save. So I think this did not work. Let's see why this did not work. What is it? Component is changing. I'm going to, okay. If I save this, okay. For this we have not actually used that. So we are just if you see here on handle submit, we have just console logged the value, so that is why it was giving, it is not working on it. So I'll just pass this on submit, and this will be the values. Actually, I can now just remove this and pass this on submit here, and just remove the handle submit. We don't need it because we are just going it going it this way, because we this handle submit will be working handled by that. So I think that will be okay. I don't have to worry about that. So I'll just remove this, and now if I save, yes, so the snippet is creation of snippet is working. So I have this. Also I have these values. So this is my another GitHub account, and this is the another account. And for all previously added snippets, I don't have this edit button. For this I have this edit button. I can go to that page. Yes, perfect. So this is okay, this is working. So let's get back to that account where I have a lot of options to edit. Perfect. I think this is working fine with this button, and everything is working fine. Let's now go to the edit page and now start working on it. And also we have our reusable form component, so we can use that here. Let's go ahead, and actually I'll just copy the same component to our edit page. Okay, I'll just remove this. I don't need this. Also I'll remove this. I'll maybe yeah, add that as is. Okay, I think this is okay. This I think is okay, but not from here. Not from here. I need to update these references. Let's fix that inside our create page, and then we'll move ahead. So I don't need all these unused imports. I'll just remove that. This form schema should not come from here. I'll remove this form schema from this, and we will use it from the actual component, from our shared components folder where we have that snippet form ready. Snippet form, inside that we have okay. Remove this, and just I'll just auto import it. Yeah, that came up. Okay, so imports are tidied. We don't need this form because we are handling that already there. So I don't need this form reset from here. Also, I think I need to add add an handler, because as we have seen there, we need to also add a form reset, right? When we have the value, then we need to do the reset of the form. So let's do that. And let's add, once that is sent on submit and it has sent the values, we will reset the form and pass this handle submit. Okay, so this is okay. Now I think create page is all set. Also remove this, we don't need that. Now this is set. Now this is set. Let's go back. Let's copy the updated create snippet, paste it over here, update the title. Okay, update the title and okay. Okay, so now let's just close this. On here, I mean, on our edit page, what we want to do is we have to get the value somewhere, right? We need to get that value and then we need to update, we need to fetch that value, we need to display that on the snippet form, and also then we need to uh, have the functionality of updating it. So first I'll just close, I'll just I mean comment all those, console log this body for now, just for now, and just wrap this here. This is false, is new is false. We need to take the route value of the id which is from the route, and we will use it from user params, use params hook, and this param will give us id because we have it named as id over here. Okay, so that is it. I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. Then I'll also need to pass that. What I'm actually thinking is I could get that value here and pass that value here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't want to, complicate things. So here what we'll do is we have our component ready. It is already uh, working. We have checked it for create. Now from here we will get that value. Okay, we'll get the value from id. Let's create a function for that, and we will use callback. Okay, this will be an async function and that will work on id. So that will be the id of the snippet. Let's use this. I already have it copied. Remove this params, we don't need this, and it will be a string. Okay, so now we get the snippet type. Let's add a state value for this. So we'll use state. Don't need this. Just remove that snippet data, and then it will be null as default, and we will set that as maybe data or values, or data would be much better. Set data. Okay, so we will now set the data inside from here, and this get data we need to call it inside our use effect. Now this will have the dependency of this on this function. This function is dependent on snippet. Sorry, this will be snippet. Okay, we need to define the type. So this is okay. Now we need to pass the values. So let's pass the values. We have passed it. Okay, so I think this is okay. This is good. Now let's go to that component and let's take this value. Let's check if we are getting the values or not. First, let's do that. Let's log it. Also add a text. Mm, and add is new also here. So this should come false and we should get values inside this. Let's open our console. I'll clear and refresh. Okay, so we have values as for, and this is new as false, and we also get the value. So this is okay, this is fine, this is what we need over here. Let's go back to the code, and we now need to create a function to set the data to the form. So let's use that set data. We need to update the form. Also before that, we need, when if you see the create page, if I have that already, no, snippet detail, let's go to create page. I want to show one thing. I want to just discuss one thing. So when we were setting our values for tags in the database, we have done the split of string according to the comma, because we are taking comma separated value here. So we have split that and saved it to the database. So similar way, now we need to join all those values. So because we need to show it as a string on our input, so that is why we need to do that. So let's do that. Tags. So if we have tags, then, sorry, not map, rather we will use join method, and we will join it as a comma separated value. So comma, actually only comma, yeah, I think this is good. This is good. So we will take it as comma, we'll join that as comma. We already have this check. So I will wrap this inside bracket, and if this has a blank array, so this will not give us any error now. So if we have tags, it will take it. If it is not, then it will be blank, so it won't work, it won't have any effect. Now let's start adding all the values to the form. So form dot set value is the function which we want to use. So form, first let's add the code, values dot code, and also this may be undefined, this may be null, so that is why we need to have this check also. So if there is no value, just add a blank string. Description, values dot description, if not then blank string. So let's copy this and paste, and we have title, then we have code, then we have language, then we have tags, and for tags we already have taken our value, so we'll just pass that. So okay, this is okay. Now we need to use this function inside in use effect. So let's create a use effect here, use effect, and all this, take all of this below form, because form is defined here, so let's keep that below the form. And now this will be dependent on is new and the values which we are getting. Okay, so if it is not new and we do have values, so then only this should work, and if not, then this should not work. So this is it, I think. Let's check. So for now, like we already have this value, and we are getting all the values here. Let's go ahead and let's check for another thing. Yeah, we have multiple tags here, so let's check this. So we have the code snippet, we have the language selected, we have the type, description, we have the tags. Now let's go ahead and check for another language. I think we have one for Java, so let's go and check. Yes, we are getting every values correctly. So this is done. So we are getting values and everything is uh, till now working fine. So now let's add a save functionality, and now for that let's check. We already have added a console log for handling the event. So let's now do one thing. Let's add or change something, and then we'll do this. So this is a test for edit and save. So we should get the value. We should get the value inside our console. So we are getting it in page.tsx, and that is if you see here. So if you see, we have this as snippet id edit page 4321436. So that is perfect. So we are getting it inside the edit page. This reset this code actually, because we are using a reset form.reset, so that is why. So we need to say, we need to check that also. This should all only work. This should only reset the form if it is a new value, then only it should reset when saved. On edit, we will not reset the form, because user might need to update something more, and we so that may be the scenario there. So let's do a refresh and get the data. So we got the data, we get this is not updated because we obviously not have that action. So let's add the action. Just close this. This is the edit page. Yes. Okay. So now that get data, we got it, we got here. Now we need to add an action first, so to update the value. So let's go to the actions folder, snippets, and now we will add our update function, update action. So let's copy this update. This will be edit snippet action. This value, I mean the parameter would be same because we are taking all the values, so that is why it will be same. Here the query would change. So now we will update it with where the id is. Okay, so there is a catch. There is a catch. We need to send the id as well. So snippet would be okay. We also need to send the id. So let's pass that. Now I think it is okay. So id would be okay, id, and then I think we need to pass data. Data would be snippet. Let's also check the documentation. I need to check the documentation for this. Just to confirm, go to ORM, then queries, CRUD on update. Yes, we need to pass it on update. So update function, then where clause, and then our data, which we need to update. So I think this is okay. This is correct. This is correct. So we have used update function. We have passed our where clause, and inside data we have passed our object of the snippet. So this is okay. Let's use this action. Let's go to our page, remove this, we don't need that, and update this. Call this import. This will be id. We already have that id, right? And then we need to pass the snippet body. So this is okay. We already have all these things done, so I think that is not an issue. Okay. I- this IDs would not be just do that. So as if you see, we have done this twice. So let's do one thing. Let's add a value, snippet ID, and mark it as this type. Pass this. I don't want to repeat I mean, I don't like to repeat the value, so that is why I just I'll just do that. And also no router push. We don't need to route when saved, because we are on edit page, and on edit page user will want to stay in that page after also editing. So that is why we'll just remove that. We don't need this router, we don't need that. Just remove this also. Also this action we don't need. I think it is pretty much okay. I think yes, this is done. I think we don't need to do anything. Yes, we need to maybe update this, revalidate this feed. We need to revalidate our path of snippet, and this will take from the ID. This will be ID. Okay, and also this will revalidate the feed. Yeah, this will also revalidate the feed, because we have the update. We might get the updated title. I mean, user might have updated the title, and on feed page it should be reflected. So that is why we need to update that. Also then we need to update the edit edit page also. It should be updated. I think this is now perfect. So we have the edit snippet action ready. We have used the form. We have also created a reusable form which we can use for both the parts. We have not repeated ourselves in our coding, so that is good thing. Also we have handled all the events. We have our check, we have everything ready. So I think this is okay. So let's now test this. So now let's do this is test for edit functionality and save this. So okay, I think that is saved. Let's refresh and check. Okay, so this is saved. We don't have any functionality to display like this is edited or this is saved. So we need to update that as well. And also this this title should be updated, because we have copied it from our create page. That is why it is being seen as create page. We don't need that to display. So edit false. Yes, let's go here. And now we will add something like there should be a message to convey the thing, like convey the success. So let's see if we have a component. If not, then we will add a toaster component from shared scene. We already have, and I think I need to update this. Let's see if that is updated on the component, if we have used it or not. Let's go. No, we haven't. So let's go to shared cn component, and then we'll just update the toaster. I'll just update the toaster. So on toast, if we see, to use that we need to add this toaster in our main component. So on the root layout I will add this. Okay, let's import this there. Okay, so okay, this is okay. Imports are also nice, done. Okay, fine. Let's update this metadata also. Snippet share. Snippet sharing app. I'll update the titles and meta tags in our in another video where we will do the deployment. So in that deployment we will first check all the things, like whatever is necessary for before doing before doing the deployment. So we will do that, and then we will deploy that to the deploy that to Vercel. So that will be the next video. So in this, I think this is okay. Let's update. We were actually doing our toaster, right? So let's use this hook. Let's use this on edit page. I'll use this. Use toast. Then okay, fine. Now I need to update. I need to show that, right? So once that is done, so then I will show that message. So title would be success, and then I think message, no, description. Yes, snippet is updated. That's it. Move this. Let's just remove this text and save. Very nice. That is not working. Let's see why that not worked. That did not work. What is this error boundary and everything? Okay. Let's open that again. Let's see. Okay, toast and we have title, we have description. Also, we have added this toaster inside our main layout. Oh, okay. That might not work because we have another layout, and then for protected we have another layout, and this layout is actually taking I mean all the component this all these components are actually inside the protected layout, so that is why that was not working. So let's add it here as well, because now this root layout is not in effect, this protected layout is in effect, right? So that is why it was not working. So let's see test the update functionality and save. Yes, we have this. So success, and then snippet is updated. We got this message. Perfect. So if I again go back, and that was for Java, right? uh, Language Java. Yes, let's go snippet, and yes, we have this updated. So the test update functionality is already there. If I go to update here, I get all the details. I can maybe change anything, and let's update entered by the user. Let's just update the title, save it. Yes, it is updated. Go back, check the value. The title is also updated. Okay, so this is working fine. So this we have achieved what we wanted, and we have already checked the edit button also for the users. So whoever is the owner, they will only have this edit snippet button, and other users who are uh, not the owner of this snippet, they will not have this edit snippet button, but they can view obviously. So we have that already there. So yeah, this was it for this video. You can watch the previous videos where we have created the snippet, and we have added this list, and all are done using this server actions. So that might help you in some way. And please do let me know if there is something which I have missed, or there is something to I could improve in the videos. So that will help me a lot. And please do not forget to subscribe, and like and share it with your colleagues. That will also help me a lot. Thank you.